Now that we know the final cuts from New York Rangers training camp, I think we have a pretty decent idea on what this team will look like come the season opener next Thursday against the Buffalo Sabres. And if you are a Rangers fan, though, this is the place to be. Definitely subscribe to this channel. I post every single day. Carrying on here, we did see Brodzinski and Harper both fall through waivers, so that is a good sign that Johnny Brodzinski and Ben Harper will be down there and joining the Hartford Wolfpack, which is going to be great for them. I think Hartford is going to have a fantastic team, and we'll have a video kind of updating their roster and stuff like their lineups later on, hopefully probably in the next week or so. But taking a look, though, at the lineup here, we know Will Cooley made the team, which is absolutely fantastic. So we'll take a look at a quote here quickly before we look at my lineup projection. And Vince Percagliano tweets out, "Cooley on making the team. I knew I had a shot. I knew I had to come here and play hard and play my game. And I think I did that. I think I showed what I can do. It was an opportunity to make a first impression with the new coaching staff. So that was a focus for me." And this is definitely the truth. He made a big impression. He had a phenomenal preseason, scored a couple goals, looked fantastic, played a physical game, played a good two-way game, and looked good offensively. He was an overall great player and one of the highlights of the preseason for the Rangers as well. But taking a look at my lineup projection here, we have on line one for the forwards, Kreider, Zibanejad, and Kakko. I think this is a good top line. I think Kakko showed a lot this preseason. I think he showed his overall game is fantastic. I think he looks a lot better than last year. Obviously, this preseason, so there's only so much you can take out of it. But I think out of the preseason guys, he was, as well as Cooley, one of the top guys from the Rangers this preseason. I think they both looked fantastic. I think Kakko deserves a top 6 spot on the right side. And putting him alongside Kreider and Zibanejad could allow him to have a 50, maybe even 60-plus point season. He could have a massive breakout year. He's still very young, still has some upside. I think there is still a point-per-game caliber player in there while playing a very good two-way game with Kaapo Kakko, and he could be on the verge of a massive breakout year. And Zibanejad and Kreider, we know how good they are. They're elite goal scorers. We could see a 35-plus goal scorer out of Kreider, 40-plus out of Zibanejad, and maybe even see Kakko get 25, 30 goals as well. This could be a very, very dominant top line. Then you have the second line here, Panarin, Hedl, Lafreniere. Although Lafreniere did not look great in preseason, I still think he's going to be in the top 6. So if he is, this is the line I'm expecting here. Panarin and Hedl to be alongside Lafreniere. Lafreniere is the same thing as Kakko. Could we see that massive breakout year of 50, 60-plus points? It's possible. I think Lafreniere, though, he just needs to kind of just lock in here, focus, and get the job done. He was a former first overall pick. He hasn't quite shown it, but if he gets the chance this year to be a consistent top 6 player, get those minutes, get consistent power play 2-time, I think he needs to show something and really get the job done here. Being alongside Hedl and Panarin could be good for him because those are obviously two very skilled players, and we also could see Hedl take another big step forward in his own game as well. Although the faceoffs aren't perfect with Hedl, he's still a pretty solid center, and hopefully this second line here can be quite good as well. Then the third line here, which is, I think, a very good third line, one of the best third lines in all of the NHL. Will Cooley, Trocheck, and Wheeler. We could see Trocheck on that second line alongside Panarin like we saw last year, but I think they might give that spot to Hedl there, switch things up a bit, add a bit more kind of depth scoring as well, have that third line being a great scoring third line as well with Trocheck, and obviously Wheeler as well, who is a very good vet guy who came here on a very, very cheap deal. Definitely got to be thankful of that. And Wheeler is a dynamic playmaker, still a great player. If he's playing third line minutes, it should keep him good and rested. Obviously, he's getting up there in age, still not too old, but he plays he's a big body, strong on the puck, good playmaker, can score a goal here or there as well. If he gets 15 to 20 goals, 30 to 40 assists, that is definitely a possibility for Blake Wheeler. And you have a guy like Trocheck who plays a good two-way game, is a tough, gritty player, but can also be a 60-plus point guy for sure. So that's a good center there. And then Will Cooley, could we see a 40-point year out of him if he's consistently playing with the Rangers up top, obviously in the top 9? I definitely think we could. Now, does he obviously, fall down a bit if he's not playing great? That's a possibility. But if he's playing good, I think he'd definitely be a 35, 40-point guy for sure. Maybe even more than that if he really takes some big steps forward. But this is a big body. He's a tough player, physical, can fight, can hit, can scrap, can score, can play make. He can do it all, but is definitely just an overall good player. Doesn't excel necessarily in one category, but is an overall really good physical player. I'm definitely excited to see what this third line can do, being a good checking physical line with also a good scoring potential as well. And then we have here for the fourth line, VC, Bonino, Gaudreau. we know what that line brings. It's going to be a good two-way line, some checking, some good energy. Bonino can play center or wing. Gaudreau can play center or wing. They're both very versatile players. VC or Pitlick, you could argue either one in the lineup. If VC's in, Gaudreau will be on the right side. If Pitlick's in, Gaudreau will be on the left side with Pitlick on the right. It doesn't really matter. I think both VC and Pitlick are fairly similar level of players. I think VC might be a bit better, but not by a whole lot. You could definitely argue Pitlick should be in, but personally, I'd go with VC and have Pitlick as my 13th forward. And then for the decor here, we know what it is. It's Lindgren, Fox, Miller, Trouba. The top four, I think, is going to stay the same. Maybe you switch Lindgren and Miller to try something new, but I think for right now, I'd personally just probably go with this and just obviously see how things go. And then, that third D pair there, Gustafsson and Schneider. I really, really like this move here. Gustafsson is going to be the perfect guy to pair with a guy like Schneider, who is very good defensively, more of a defensive guy. You could say he's a two-way defender, but definitely more defensive than offensive. And I think he's going to be a perfect guy to pair alongside a Gustafsson, who is the offensive puck-moving veteran guy who can be a good leader for Schneider, be a good D pair, good D partner. And then also, he's just going to help him move the puck more, be that offensive guy. And Gustafsson is also probably going to be, definitely could be that PP2 quarterback. Now, maybe it's Miller. We'll have to wait and see, but I definitely think it probably could be Gustafsson, who was a very good offensive guy. Played under Laviolette last year with the Capitals before he was traded to the Leafs at the deadline. So this could be a very good move here for that third D pair. And then I have Zach Jones, who is a seamless fit if you need to put him in over Gustafsson if Gus gets hurt or whatever happens. So not bad at all there. I think this is a pretty good decor, good deep decor, have a lot of depth there in the AHL as well, with guys like Harper and Matthew Robertson. And you also have guys up for the forward side of things, the depth-wise, like Pitlick or Hoffman or Brodzinski. So a lot of depth here, forward and the decor, and even in net as well. Having like Garand and Louis Domingue as your third and fourth goalie is not bad at all either. But overall, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys have enjoyed, please smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe for daily New York Rangers content, and definitely comment down below your guys' thoughts on my lineup here. Do you guys like it? What are your guys' thoughts? Thanks for watching, and see ya.